Itu dong. Iya. Belum. Hah? Mau keluar, please, mau keluar. Aku mau dong. Kamu masuk. Udah lah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait until 1:15 p.m. Thank you for your patience.
Kita on cam tak? Ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to greet our esteemed resource person for today's event, Ms. Listiana Ikawati M. Hum. Our distinguished lecturers, students, and all participants of ELTRIS episode 15. Let us express our gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for His grace and blessings, which allow us to gather this afternoon in good health for the ELTRIS episode 15 event, organized by the English Education Department of UIN Siber Syekh Nurjati Cirebon, in collaboration with Asiopol and ELT ECO. My name is Amanda Karuli Vanisai, and I will be guiding you through today's proceedings. Dear participants, the crucial topic we will be discussing in ELTRIS episode 15 is Designing Sequential Speaking Syllabi for Higher Education through AI-Enhanced Project-Based Learning. This theme is highly relevant to the current developments in education, particularly in the teaching of speaking skills in higher educations, which increasingly integrates artificial intelligence technology and the project-based learning approach. On this auspicious occasion, we are privileged to hear a presentation from a highly competent resource person in this field. Please welcome Ms. Listiana Ikawati M. Hum. Ms. Ikawati is an expert in linguistics and English education. To introduce her extensive background, let us review her professional timeline. Education. From 2016 to 2018, she completed her master's degree in linguistics at Sanata Dharma University. Prior to that, from 2008 to 2012, she obtained her bachelor's degree in English education from Yogyakarta State University. Professional experience. Currently, since 2019, she has served as an English lecturer at EIN Syekh Nurjati Cirebon. She also has a history of teaching, including serving as a lecturer at Sikhes Wira Husada in 2016 to 2019, and as an English tutor in various settings in 2012 to 2019. Key publication relevant to our topic. In 2022, she published key journal articles focusing on AI and technology-enhanced language learning. And in 2022, she contributed to a book chapter focusing on intelligence for ELT teachers. We are honored to have Ms. Ikawati share her insight and expertise today. Before we proceed to the presentation, allow me to convey a few brief guidelines for our session. First, Participants are expected to follow the event in an orderly manner. Second, questions may be submitted via the chat box and will be addressed during the Q&A session. And third, please ensure your microphone remains mute throughout the presentation. Without further ado, we invite Ms. Listiana Ikawati M. Hum to deliver her presentation. The time and the screen are yours.
Right, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All right, thank you. Is my voice clearly audible, Amanda?
Yes, Miss.
Thank you. Right, so thank you for the moderator. The Honorable, the head and the secretary of the ELT department, the Honorable, all the lecturers of the ELT departments, and also our beloved students. Thank you so much for attending today's sharing session. I would call it as a sharing session. Because what I'm going to do is actually to share the results or the findings of my research. Actually, my research was conducted in 2023 and it was founded by Litap Dimas by Kementerian Agama in 2023. And now it's still, the article is still in progress of where's that the submission progress in one of the journals. And I'm going to share a bit about how I conducted my research and also the results. So later on we can discuss together about the results. And for the disclaimer, because let me share my screen first, yeah. All right, can you see my screen now, Mbak?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, okay. So for the disclaimer, my research is about RPS, yeah. I'm sure that the students are familiar with this, especially for the lecturers, and probably this topic is more relevant to the lecturers, yeah, because this is for the higher education. But later on, probably as prospective teachers, you can adapt this and you can apply this for your educational setting. For example, if you're teaching senior high schools or junior high school, you can adapt this or adapt the idea about how to implement or to integrate AI in a project-based learning approach. All right, so the title is Designing Sequential Speaking Syllabi for Higher Education Through AI Enhanced PBL or Project-Based Learning. So why this topic was chosen? Wait, yeah, so there are some reasons. The first is it addresses the current concern or the researchers' concerns regarding Indonesia's English proficiency gap. So according to the research conducted by English First about English Proficiency Index or EPI, Indonesia in 2022 was placed on the 81st position globally and the 15th position in Asia, which indicates that Indonesians have a low proficiency index. And based on some literature, the researcher found that actually it was attributed due to the students' limited literacy and also the pedagogy or the teaching and learning process, which was conducted using the traditional and teacher-centered pedagogies, which hinders students for being able to explore their competence, especially their communicative competence. And of course, this poor literacy affects the way students develop their productive skills, including speaking. Yeah. Therefore, the researcher thought, or I thought, that it's highly essential for us, yeah, for lecturers, especially the speaking lecturers, to create where's that innovations in terms of the learning of speaking in order to meet the internal communication needs and also to improve the global competitiveness. Right. The second one, the second reason was there's a need for modern syllabus design. So, talking about teaching and learning, syllabus or course syllabi here are the key, yeah, the important, the vital things that we need to improve the teaching and learning outcomes, because the teaching and learning process is conducted based on or guided by the RPS or the syllabi. Therefore, we need to create the course syllabi, which is integrative, scientific, effective, and of course, student-centered. Yeah. And if we're talking about the background, why do I call this as a sequential speaking syllabi? Because it consists of three syllabi. Yeah. In the past, yeah, in the English department, we have three sequential speaking courses. We have speaking for daily purposes, speaking at workplace, and then speaking for academic purposes, which which was later replaced by the new curriculum. We have two main, if I'm not mistaken, we have two main courses. We have the ORC, the combinations of speaking and listening, and we have literacy, the combinations of reading and writing. So before that, yeah, previously we have these sequential courses. We have speaking for daily purposes, speaking at workplace, and speaking for academic purposes. So the problem happened when where is that? There are no, what is that? There are no discussions, or there are no common grounds for example, what are the clear boundaries about the learning outcomes in one speaking course to another. So what happens are they frequently create redundancies, yeah, in the teaching materials and also teaching focus. Like, for example, these materials had been taught in the previous course, and now it is taught again in this in another course, for example. And the second problem happens when students' focus is not to improve their communicative competence through the speaking courses. They just try to, for example, if there is a subject, the subject was listed like for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or only in the final test. So the students' orientations was just to complete the project or to complete the course to obtain good grades. They didn't have like prolonged goal or outcome, like they want to improve their communicative competence and so on. Okay, and here one of the innovation chosen by the researcher was to use the project-based learning. This is used as a transformative approach. Yeah. Why? Because it offers solutions for the challenges, especially by boosting the genuine inquiry through the problem solving and then research and integrating diverse information sources. It can also promote students' forces, yeah, like collaboration, creativity, creative thinking, aligning with the 21st century learning demands. And meaningful projects in PBL involve inquiry, reflection, and public presentations, which can transform students' instructions to performance-based testing or practice. Therefore, it can improve students' autonomous learning too. Yeah. The second innovation was by integrating or incorporating the artificial intelligence, AI, for enhanced learning. So yeah, the use of AI in education at the moment is inevitable. So as a researcher, I'm trying to use this, yeah, as one of the tools in developing the course syllabi. Because one of the requirements of the 21st century learning is the students need to be literate in information, media, and technology. And AI here, AI tools like the chatbots and then pronunciation analysis, also video editing tools are very powerful, especially to help students improve their speaking proficiency and also to reduce their affective barriers in speaking. For example, if they are having like anxiety in speaking and so on. Yeah, so this research was driven by three main research questions. The first is what kind of sequential speaking syllabi will be developed by implementing AI within a project-based learning approach. The second is how is the development process of a sequential speaking syllabi carried out by implementing AI within a project-based learning approach. And the third one is the results of the expert validation, because after this product was produced, the syllabi were produced and then they are validated by two experts. Okay. So what do the previous research say about this? So what is the gap that this study can fill? So actually, before this study was conducted, there were some other studies conducted by the scholars, like the study about the development of RPS Builder, but this is on the science subject. And the second one by Octaviani and Marliana, 2021, it's about the implementations of PBL model in ICT-based Indonesian editing course. So this is in another course, yeah. Previously it's in science subject. This is in Indonesian course. And then the third one is a study by Manurung about the improvement of students' listening skill or listening outcomes by using PBL. The fourth one is the study by Ekawati about the improvement of students' listening ability with PBL. The fifth is the study of Haristiani, 2019, about the potentials of chatbots as a learning medium. So it particularly studies about AI, yeah, chatbots. And then the sixth is the study by Zhou and Wei, 2018, about the impact of social network-based interactions with AI on students' English speaking practices. So based on this research, it was found that students' interactions using social networking sites are very powerful, especially to improve students' speaking skills. And the last one is the study by Han, 2020, about the impact of AI-based chatbot on speaking ability and the affective domain of Korean high school students. So the gap that this study tried to fill was the lack of a validated and sequential speaking syllabi, or RPS, to integrate AI tools in a systematic way within a PBL framework to enhance student speaking skills. So even though there were some studies conducting, the research focused on syllabi or syllabus, yeah, particularly syllabus, no studies focused on the development of more than one syllabus. And there are no studies talking about or focusing on how syllabus are designed by integrating AI and also project-based learning. Okay. Yeah. And the research method in this study was R&D. The researcher adopted the research phases by Fabriana 2016, consisting of preliminary study, development, and validations. The data were collected through interviews with the lecturers and also students, and also the document analysis on the related articles, related articles. And then the developed syllabi underwent validations by two experts. Those were the experts on AI and the experts on PBL speaking. All right. And then the validation sheets cover 25 indicators to assess some aspects regarding the core syllabi, and then AI integration, speaking, and PBL. And then the data were analyzed using Likert score, which is later converted into the 4 categories. Okay, so the first step that I did in my research was to collect the data. Yeah, so the data were collected by having the interviews with the lecturers and also the speaking lecturers and also with the students. This is conducted to obtain the key characteristics of the developed syllabi. So there are at least 4 characteristics of the syllabi found. The first is the syllabi must be CEFR-based sequencings. As I told you before, this syllabi developed consists of 3 syllabus. Yeah, 3 syllabi. Yeah, we have the English for daily purposes, English speaking for at the workplace, and then speaking for academic purposes. Therefore, the sequential level of speaking needs to have the different CFR-based sequencing. And based on the interviews with the lecturers, the researcher decided to have the 3 different levels. So we have B1 for speaking for daily purposes, and then B2 for speaking at workplace, and C1 for speaking for academic purposes. And this provides measurable benchmarks for students' communicative competence. The second one, PBL, is integrated in the syllabi. So each syllabus features a semester-long project synthesizing speaking topics into authentic communicative products. So the project is not only given in the end of the class, or for example, in the final test or on the mid-test, no. But starting from the first meeting, the students or the project has been launched and the students were informed about this. So the materials that they learned and then the practices that they have during the semester are contributing to the final project. And then AI-based learning tools. There are some AI tools that are incorporated to complete the projects like Grammarly, Natural Reader, and then EasyBoat. EasyBoat is the AI tool that I developed myself. And then this is for learning to have a presentation in English. And then PaperRater, and then Filmora for video editing for enhanced learning. And another key is continuous speaking rehearsal. So there is support for ongoing speaking practice complemented by a reflective feedback mechanism. So every week the students will have like the progress report about the project that they need to complete. Yeah. Next, syllabi development and AI tool integrations. So after the key characteristics were found, then the researcher tried to develop the syllabus or the syllabi based on the characteristics. The development process here was translated into the CEFR descriptors to produce the learning outcomes, and then the BPL-based project and integrated AI supporting activities. And each syllabus covers a detailed weekly background of objectives and method and assessment rubrics. And AI tools used integrated across all the project phases. And for example, Grammarly and PaperRater are used to improve students' written scripts, and the Nature Reader is used to assist students' pronunciation. And then EasyBoat is used for facilitating students' conversational rehearsal or their presentation practice. And the last one, Filmora, is just to support the digital productions for projects like digital storytelling, product promotion videos, and academic presentations. Yeah. So this is the results of the project development. So I developed three syllabi. Yeah. The first is the syllabus for speaking for daily purposes. As you can see here, the context, the CFR level, the type of the project, and also the AI tools used are varied in each of the syllabus. So, for example, in speaking for daily purposes, the project is to create the digital storytelling. And then the AI tools used are Grammarly, Natural Reader, and Filmora. While in speaking at workplace, the context is at workplace, the CFR level is B2. And the project here is to create the video series. So students need to work in group, and then they are asked to create 5 scenarios, yeah, or 5 video series, but all of them covering all the language functions learned in this course. And the setting is in the office. For example, they are having the breakfast, business breakfast, and they are having the telephoning scenario and so on. I'm going to show you later on. Yeah. And the last one is speaking for academic purposes. The context is academic, and then the CFR level is C1. And the project here is to create academic presentation video. So students works in group of 5, for example, and then each of them plays a certain role. For example, as a presenter, as the audience, as the audience that asks questions, as the audience that gives suggestion, and so on. So no one is free from the roles. So everyone in the groups plays a role, which means that all of them will speak during the video. Yeah, and after the product was developed, the experts validation was conducted, and the products were validated by 2 experts, the expert of speaking and the experts of AI. And the scores are here, yeah, for its syllabus. But in conclusions, both both validators gave the scores that belong to very good category. It means that the syllabi are feasible to be applied, and the syllabi are ready to use. But there were some revisions that the visitor did or made based on the expert feedback, like, for example, reorganizing the sequences of the materials and ensuring that the projects can cover all the course materials that the students learned, and then adjusting the project guidelines and also the assignments with the project completions. So not only the project is aligned with the materials that students learn, the assignments in the course syllabi are also linked to the materials, all of the materials that will, where is that, lead students to the completions of the final project. Yeah. So the conclusions is this syllabi, yeah, is expected to be able to be a model for the 21st century language educations that offers a feasible syllabus integrating CF for base linguistic progressions, as you can see from the CFR level, and AI-driven learning support and PBL pedagogy. And this framework fosters communicative competence, digital literacy, collaborations, and learner autonomy, essential characteristics for 21st century graduates. Right, but there are also some limitations of this study regarding the product trials that the researcher haven't conducted yet, and also the disseminations of the product, and also probably the further research needs to focus more on the implementations and also the effectiveness of this syllabi regarding its practicality, efficacy, and potential impacts for real-world settings. Yeah. Okay. And Yep. Probably, do you guys still have time, Mbak Amanda? Do I still
Yes.
have time? Okay, I'm going to show you the results of the syllabus, yeah? Okay. Can you see my PDF document, Amanda? Yes?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
see.
So this is for speaking for academic purposes. The level of CFR is C1. And these are all the materials that are going to be taught in this course. And all of these materials are contributing to the final project that students need to complete. So the teaching and learning process using this syllabi will follow the PBL steps, yeah, according to Lermer and Margin-Dollar. So they include the driving questions, and then we have project launch, and then project investigations, and developing. Wait, yeah, this one. Developing, critiquing, and revising the product. And the last one is the project creation and project presentation, like this. So starting from the second meeting, students know that in the end of the project, they need to complete something. So there are no materials that are not covered in this project. So project is like the summary of all the materials that students learned. And because in PBL, is that syntax, not only the students need to complete the project, they also need to do the presentation. Therefore, the researcher also prepared the rubric. Yeah, the rubric for this is for the project, and the second rubric is for the presentation. Yeah, this is the, for example, the guideline for the project. Yeah. And as I told you before, in speaking for academic purposes, the students will work in group of 5, and then each of them will play a role in the video. And the researcher prepared around 30, yeah, probably 25 or 30 different topics for each group. So there are no groups that will have the same topic. So they will talk about different topics. Like that. So this is the presentation video rubric. Yeah, that is for speaking for academic purposes. And then this is speaking at the workplace. Basically the same. Only the project the project is different. Here, the project is students need to create a video series, yeah, consisting of 5 scenarios, like networking breakfast, stimulate a networking breakfast event, and then the language functions used are starting conversation, discussing jobs, and exchanging professional information. So basically, all of the scenarios here are used to let students apply the language functions that they learn during the semester, like telephonic challenges, complaint handling challenge, team meeting marathon, and product presentation showdown. Yeah, there's also the scoring for the video, the project, and also for the presentation. And the last one is speaking for daily purposes here. Yeah, as I told you before, every week students will have the weekly planning sheets. So everything is reported. They will have like what activities that they will do, the plan, also the investigations, and also the reflection. Okay, yeah, this is the assignment. Oh, so I forgot to tell you. So how I use the AI tools, for example. Yeah, for example, this one in speaking for daily conversation. Um, the project was launched on the second meeting, so they know what to do. They know that they need to complete the project in the end of the lesson, and they started doing the project starting from meeting 3, yeah, and on meeting 11, they will start to move to the next step, which is the developing stage. Here, they will create a script. Then the script will be checked on Grammarly to check the accuracy of their language. Then, after they have their script checked, they can go to Natural Readers. Natural Readers is an application AI tool that we can use to read something aloud, read text aloud. So it is expected that the natural readers will help students to improve their pronunciation. So when the application or the AI tool helps students to read their text aloud, it is expected that they will know how to pronounce the words or the text or the script correctly. Then after their script is fixed, then they'll move on to the project creation. They will start to use Filmora. Filmora is the video editing tools that features AI. Yeah. And to know students' EFA level, diagnostic test is given to students in the first meeting and also the 15th meeting to check whether students' proficiency level improves or not. Yeah. Well, I think that's all. Amanda, thank you.
Okay, we extend our deepest gratitude to Ms. Listiana Ikawati M. Home for the insightful and inspiring presentation that has certainly broadened our perspective. Next, we will move into the question and answer session. We invite all participants who wish to ask questions to kindly write them down in the chat box. So if you have the question, you can write in the chat box, yeah, guys.
Yeah, probably not questions. You can also give suggestions. You can also give your comments. It's up to you guys. Feel free. Other questions? Or probably comments?
Are there any questions, guys?
Can I say something, Amanda?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah.
You can.
So as I told you before, the students here may not may not familiar with the course syllabi or the idea of the RPS, yeah. But you can still adapt this to your education level. If you're teaching in senior high school, later if you want to implement, for example, PBL, project-based learning for your students, I think it's really applicable.
There are one question maybe in Miss Luru. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Buluru. Dear Miss Listy, can you recommend several AI for learning speaking that you have used before? Thank you. Okay, but actually, there are lots of AI tools that we can use for improving our speaking skills. What I use in my research here, in the PBL framework here, or like Grammarly. I'm sure that everyone's familiar with Grammarly. Are you familiar with Grammarly, everyone? Please give your reaction if yes.
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 Yes. What about the others? Can you give your reaction here by giving? Yeah, thank you, Virus. Okay. For your thumb. Yes, Grammarly. What about what was that? Natural readers. Are you familiar with natural readers? Not really?
No, Miss.
Okay, natural. Wait a moment. Wait. I'm going to show you. So let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen? Amanda? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, Natural Reader is a AI to speech application actually. And actually there are so many applications like this or tools like this, but this is what I found interesting and free, yeah. So for example, here you can choose the speaker, for example, Grace. Yeah.
I understand, and I'm here to help sort that out for you.
Yeah.
Let's go through the details together, and we'll have it taken care of in no time.
Yeah. Or you can choose the woman voice, for example.
I understand, and I'm here to help sort that out for you. Let's go through the details together, and we'll have it taken care of in no time.
Yeah, but when you use this, you need to be careful because some of the voices or sounds, robotic. So it's not natural. Yeah, so actually there are so many applications offers this text to speech service, but Natural Reader I think is the best one because it's more natural. So when you choose the voice here, you need to be careful. You need to choose one which is natural, sounds natural, the most natural to you. So what the students can do here is just to click this and I don't know whether it works. So they will have like the blank space, and what you need to do is to paste the text there, and the voice that you choose or the AI tool will read it aloud. So the key is it will help you to improve your pronunciation because you will know how to pronounce certain words correctly like that. You can try this later, yeah? Natural readers. I can copy it to the chat. This one. And the second one is Filmora. Filmora here is the video editing tool. Are you familiar with this, guys?
Yes, Miss.
Yes. Yeah, so there are some features that is popular to you and you can use it. And probably what is unique here is this one. Can you see my EasyBoat page? Buluru?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's clear.
Yeah. So I developed this myself. So I believe that you will not find it anywhere. Yeah, so this is
Oh,
a AI
that's
chatbot.
nice.
Yeah, it's a very basic AI chatbot. I joined a workshop, I forgot, probably in 2022, and this is the product. So I create a chatbot and this is for improving students' presentation skills. For example, type your name, like for example, Lily, for example. Yeah, and then you can go to the main menu, and yeah, whether you want to learn about the overview, the presentation parts, the examples, or example, what are the do and don'ts in presentation completed by video? Yeah, for example, like this, presentation do's and presentation don'ts. And then in the end, you will have the quiz, for example, like that. Yeah, like that.
Very interesting.
Thank
Can I ask
you.
you one more thing?
Yeah,
Can this AI that you develop use for other, what is it, language course?
for example, for Indonesian, like that.
No, yeah, maybe
Oh,
for
oh,
speaking, yeah, other than speaking, reading and stuff
yeah,
like.
of course. Yes, of course, but you can use this especially for example, for writing and also for listening, for reading. I think that's applicable, but more for listening and writing, I think, because if reading, it's not, because this is chatbot, so the content is really concise. So there are no texts here. Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, thank you so much,
Yeah, my
Miss
pleasure.
Lucy.
Thank you. Yeah. And there are lots of AI tools that we can use, yeah. For example, Duolingo, and then we also have where is that? Like Elsa Speak, yeah. There are lots of AI tools that you can use to improve your speaking ability. Okay. Any other? Thank you, Buluru. And then other questions?
Another question, guys. If there are no question, maybe we will move to the closing. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of ELTRIS episode 15. We sincerely hope that what has been shared today will provide tangible benefits and contribute significantly to the development of English language learning in higher education. As the moderator, I apologize for any shortcomings during the guidance of this event. Thank you for the active participation of all attendees. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you everyone. Thank you Amanda. Thank you
Thank
Buluru.
you, Miss.
Ya, makasih
Anytime,
semuanya.
dear.
See you Ibu. Kasih ya Mbak, izin live ya.
Iya, Bu.